Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner has promised to speed up the removal of unsafe cladding from all buildings, but admitted there's no timescale for that. This follows what we showed you yesterday on the programme, that damning report into the Grenfell fire, which found that risks had been ignored, delayed or disregarded for years. 72 people lost their lives when a blaze took hold of their tower block. And 7 years on, figures show that more than 2,000 buildings are still covered in dangerous Grenfell-style cladding, which needs to be removed. Our chief correspondent, Tessa Chapman, has been following the story.
Grenfell was a disaster. We can't let its legacy be a tragedy too. That's the message from campaigners after the public inquiry. Because flammable cladding caused Grenfell's fire to spread so fast, and thousands of buildings across the country still haven't had theirs removed.
These white walls here is packed full of polystyrene, which is firelighter stuff you have on your barbecue. Highly flammable, dangerous.
And yet, 7 years after Grenfell Tower, it's still on the building?
Yes, we've waited since 2018 for this to come off, and all we've had is excuses and waits for government changes. It's a matter of safety, it's a matter of our mental health, and we need this off right now.
And it's made the flats unsellable.
We're in a situation where we've bought an apartment and we can't move. You know, we want to move out of London like lots of families do, and we're literally trapped.
This is southeast London, but latest government figures show the scale of the problem. After Grenfell, 4,630 residential buildings of 11 metres or higher were identified as having unsafe cladding. 1,350 have had remediation work completed. 949 remediation works are underway. But that means 2,331 still haven't started, including 10 which have ACM. That's the type of cladding used on Grenfell Tower. And the new government is vowing to act.
I will take whatever more powers and whatever more legal action that we need to take as a government to speed up this process. It is not acceptable 7 years on that we still have thousands of buildings that need this cladding removed.
But there's another issue at play here too. Barratt, the developers, have agreed to replace the white cladding, but residents want flammable material on the stairways replaced too. It's no longer allowed on new builds, but the required standard for older buildings is lower, and Steve says that has to change.
We shouldn't have flammable material post-Grenfell left on high tall towers when they're banned or new. That's the key message. We need legislation, we need standards that say you can put this on, you can't put this on, because interpreting is the danger, and that's what happened in Grenfell, and that's what's happening with this watered down standard now.
Grenfell has exposed many broader building issues, and campaigners say they can't be ignored. Tessa Chapman, 5 News in Woolwich.
It remains a huge issue, doesn't it? And you can see more of our coverage of the Grenfell report online. We're on YouTube at 5 News UK or 5_News on X.